The situation unfolding in Denver right now feels like one of those rare moments in the NFL, when a team discovers something so beneficial, so perfectly aligned with their long-term vision, that it almost feels unfair to the rest of the league, and that moment revolves around the contract reality of a young defensive standout whose rise has become impossible to ignore and whose value might be one of the greatest advantages the Broncos currently hold. As they continue shaping a roster built to contend, the conversation started when the Broncos made the decision to lock in kicker Will Lutz, with a 3-year extension, a move that once again reinforced how committed this organization is to rewarding the players who embody the standard and carry the culture forward, a move that sends a message through every locker room hallway that if you deliver for this team, the team will take care of you, and that message becomes the foundation of a locker room built on trust, unity, and the desire to push deeper into the postseason. But Lutz is not the only veteran or starter whose contract clock is ticking, and as the Broncos look ahead, there are several players entering the final year of their deals, some on offense, some on defense, and each one brings a different level of significance to the future of this roster. And yet among all of these names, there is one situation that stands out as something almost too good to be true, one scenario that gives Denver a tremendous hidden advantage, and that player is cornerback McMillan. McMillan just delivered a performance that will be remembered in Denver for a long time, a statement game against the Kansas City Chiefs, where he became the first player ever to record the sacks and an interception off Patrick Mahomes in a single game, a feat so rare and so difficult that it instantly turned national attention toward him and forced everyone to acknowledge the level of impact he has quietly been building week after week, year after year. And yet, despite a game that would make any rising star think about exploring the open market, McMillan is not going anywhere, not even close. The reason is rooted in the way his early career unfolded. McMillan came into Denver as an undrafted free agent back in 2022, and because of his roster status at the time, the Broncos were able to keep him under an exclusive rights free agent tender for 2025, a move that allowed the team to retain him for barely more than $1 million, a staggering bargain for a player producing at his level. And after this season, his status shifts again, this time to restricted free agent, which once again gives the Broncos control through a team-friendly tender that grants them the right to match any offer, another massive advantage for a team trying to retain its defensive identity even after drafting Jahdae Barron in the first round, a move that had some fans wondering how the secondary pieces would fit together. McMillan has only tightened his grip on his role in the defense, proving himself invaluable as a blitzer, dangerous in coverage, relentless in pursuit, and carrying the toughness and instincts that define the modern slot corner in a league increasingly dominated by quick routes, motion-heavy schemes, and offensive designs meant to expose weaknesses. But McMillan has not shown weakness, he has shown reliability, consistency, and intelligence. It is now his 3rd year starting under defensive coordinator Vance Joseph, and the trust between player and staff has only deepened as the Broncos ask him to shoulder more responsibilities and deliver in moments that determine games and season trajectories. And the beauty for Denver is that McMillan's contract situation functions like a cheat code, allowing them to retain one of their most important defenders at a fraction of the price other teams would have to pay for someone with his production level. Looking ahead, the projected 2nd-round tender for restricted free agents in 2026 will cost the Broncos around $5.66 million, yet the market for top slot corners sits somewhere between $12 and $18 million per year, meaning Denver will secure his services next season at roughly half the cost. And if another team dares to make an offer, the Broncos would receive a 2nd-round pick as compensation, which only strengthens their leverage even further. This tender does more than just keep McMillan around. It gives the front office a strategic fallback, a low-cost option that functions almost like a lighter version of the franchise tag, allowing them to dictate the pace of negotiations, protect themselves from outside threats, and maintain the core of a defense built on continuity, something the Broncos have prioritized heavily after entering this season with the highest roster retention rate in the entire NFL, a decision that has already paid off in consistent performance and strong chemistry. Given everything Denver has built and everything they plan to build moving forward, it would not be surprising to see general manager George Patton and head coach Sean Payton apply the same approach in 2026, keeping key players in-house, maintaining the foundation, and ensuring that McMillan remains part of the heartbeat of this defense for years to come. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think of the Broncos' contract advantage with McMillan? Do you feel this strategy gives Denver a real edge in building a contender? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more immersive, deep dive stories like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because your support helps this channel grow and keeps content like this coming every week.